Hello everybody, my name is Wesley Farnam and today I'm going to go over ClickFraud with you and what it is and why it's important to prevent it from happening. With the internet being a lot larger platform for consumers to come and research items and purchase items, it is important that companies are taking part of this in advertising across the internet in multiple forms. In the first 3 months of 2010, 17 to 29% of all online clicks were fraudulent. Now, this is alarming statistics, being that it's how important it is for companies to be advertising online. Now, some of you might ask, what is click fraud? Well, click fraud is the action of clicking on ads with the intention to increase revenue for the host site or increase cost for the company advertising. So that can mean a couple of different things. Let's break that down. First is the host site. So online advertisements can be hosted on different websites across the internet. Now, these publishers, so the owners of these websites, can then have clicks made on that website either by themselves or encouraging their visitors to. So then they reap the benefits of getting a higher return cost for that advertisement and making more money off of that then they share with like Google or Yahoo, anybody like that. Other could be the competitors. So of course, competitors want to see their competitors do bad. And so they click on the different advertisements to then increase the cost for that company, so then they can either step back or they reach their maximum for the day or the week, however they have it set up, and then stop their advertising and then they win. Third could be consumers. Now, consumers don't necessarily intentionally do it viciously or anything. It's just something consumers can accidentally do, but it's still something that you need to be aware of and look at different ways to prevent it. Now, how do you stop it? First, own your analysis. It is very important that you use different tools like Google Analytics and different things like that to be able to look at different trends, to be able to look at different keywords, to see if different competitors are using those and where it falls in with the trends of different click rates and where you see it happening most. Overall, don't get complacent. When you get complacent, you sit back too long and things can happen under your eye and you don't even know what's going on. So make sure that you're always watching your analysis of all of your ads to be able to find trends, to be able to put a stop to it as soon as possible. Now, there are a lot of great tools out there. One I found that I think is great is AdWatcher. The reason I love this tool is because it covers multiple different things across the web. So one, it detects different click fraud. A couple ways it does this is it looks for low quality referring links, being that it's low quality websites, things that don't have much relevance, anything like that your ad is then hosted on. And by then having ads clicked on that and then referring back, that there can be ad fraud itself. Other things can be IP addresses that have multiple clicks for your website. Now, when IP address has multiple clicks, it's a big sign that that user or computer is set up to run up the cost of that ad for you. Now, a couple different things that AdWatcher also does is improve your ads themselves. A couple ways it does this is it views the keyword turnover, so meaning it looks at how many of the keywords that you've used have brought people to your website. And then it looks at how many people of those actually purchase things. And then also looks at how many leads that actually created. Other thing is that you can test landing pages. And I love this because the landing pages are key. If somebody clicks on your ad and they're already clicked, so you're already paying, but then they get there and it's not appealing to them, you just lost money. So by looking at the different landing pages, it can help increase the amount of sales that you have off of the website. Third, you can manage all of your platforms across it on one website. So that can be different search engine ads, email, banner ads, anything, and it gives you a full snapshot of where you're at, what's going on, and it sends you email and text alerts when it does detect that there is ad fraud going on. That's a key thing. Like I said, don't get complacent. So it's good that they're actually sending you alerts to be able, when they start detecting that there is ad fraud, that they will alert you that it is going on. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can add or use AdWatcher. One is just straight off of the AdWatcher website by logging in with your credentials. With that cost, you can see that it charges you either per clicks a month, and then you have the different rates per month, or 3 months, or by year of what they have. Now, another way that you can actually do it is by downloading the software itself. And by doing that, you have that full access on your computer. Even when you aren't fully connected to the internet, it still has an offline mode, so you can still view all of your analytics and all of your detection stats of what's going on to prevent that click fraud from happening, and that you can then look into more if you think it is in fact going on. Another tool is something called ClickTracks. Now, this is actually a company that, just like AdWatcher, that has the different online software, but then downloadable software that then you can use to track different detection methods for click fraud. One thing I think is great about ClickTracks is if it does confirm there is click fraud, you can actually contact the company, and the company will help set up a fraud report. And when they set up that fraud report, you can then go to either if you were hosted off of Google, Yahoo, any of those, and present those companies with the fraud report to confirm and ensure that it actually was fraud, and to be able to counterbalance that cost with them. Alright, so let's just go over everything we just talked about in a nutshell. First, what is click fraud? Either when host websites are increasing their revenue on purpose to harm you, or competitors are clicking on those ads to then increase the cost for you and have them benefit, or consumers, non-intentionally, they can be increasing that cost of it as well. Now, who it is, we just highlighted all of those, and then how to stop it. Own your analysis. That can be more important for an in-house perspective of lowering the cost overall. That's a very cheap way to be able to prevent click fraud, and a very good starting point to do so. Use the different tools that are out there. That can be, like I said, owning your analysis from looking at everything on Google Analytics, but then also going to Ad Tracker and ClickTracks, any of those great tools that are available online, offline, via download software, or off of the website itself. Any of those are great ways to be able to track what click fraud might be going on, and then more ways to prevent it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you guys learned different great tools and great ways to prevent click fraud and ways for your company to prosper.